Alrighty, so this morning I said, be thankful for the small wins, and I'm glad that I did take the time to be thankful for that because, Donnie was sent home today. Um, and I'm interested, or I find it interesting that I am almost unemotional about it. And I think you get to a place sometimes where you feel like I've done everything that I can do. Um, at this point, what's getting mad gonna do? Um, and I feel that we've done everything humanly possible. I've taken toys away. I have, taken away privileges. You don't get to do this. Um, what else? We've done spankings. We've done timeouts. We've done all kinds of things at home. And it just doesn't seem to be working. So I will admit that if you're watching this video and you also have a child with ADHD and they display almost just really challenging behavior, um, uh, behavior where they end up in power struggles and things like that with their teachers. And that's not what happened today. I just know that when his teacher called, he was screaming, etc. And it's just frustrating. It is highly frustrating. And since I came home early today because someone set a trash can on fire at my job, true story. I decided, okay, let me come home and let me work on some things. So one of the things that I'm going to look into is possibly having a therapist in the school just for him. And apparently, one of my students told me that you can do that if you have Medicaid. So I'm going to try that out, see how that works, or see if it's even a possibility. Um, but I just don't know what to do sometimes. I think as a parent, we try to do the best that we can. And I feel like old school parents would effectively say, just beat us behind. And I hear you, but that's not how I was raised, number one. Fortunately, I didn't get many spankings. I got a few, I can't act like I was perfect. But my mother had an early childhood education background. And I feel that she allowed me to express myself, to let me have differing opinions from her. And I think that is greatly needed, especially in communities of color, specifically Black communities, because we have this mentality. At least old school parents kind of have a mentality of, you do what I say. When I say jump, you say how high. And that's not really how my mom was. Now, are there points of time where that's probably what she was thinking and or saying? Yep, absolutely. But at the same time, I don't think that her solution would be to spank him. And if you're wondering why I haven't called my mom to ask, one of the things that I also struggle with is the fact that my mother died about 3 months after Donnie was born. So that's another challenge that I have, is being a first-time parent and losing your parental role model. Like, how do you do that? And I'm not going to say that I'm grasping at straws, but I do the best that I can in reaching out to those, the elders, if you will, the people who have raised kids, the people that I look up to and respect. Like, how do I do this? What do I do? And the thing of it is, I've done what they said to do. And I can't really say that I've seen a whole bunch of changes, or at least nothing that's long term, nothing that's lasting. So it may work in the short term. It may work today. It may work tomorrow. But does it give me the long term change that I need? And the fact of the matter is, I need my baby to be able to stay at school. I need his teachers to see how brilliant he really is. And for this, I'm going to give a shout out to Brian Wright, who writes about the brilliance of Black boys. And it's something where I just kind of feel like I'm in a challenging position, because I am advocating for my child, but I'm also needing him to do his best at work. At school. And the thing of it is, again, you can say, well, are you taking him to church? Maybe that's part of the problem. Well, I get that I can raise him. You can raise a child in the way that they should go. And I know that the Bible says they won't stray far from it. And hopefully that is the case, that, he won't stray very far from the things that we've taught him. But I really need his behavior to change at school. And I just don't understand what causes him to act out the way that he does when he's at school, when effectively when he's not around us.